today we're, you might notice we've got this reasonably plain dash. It's a R34, if some of you might not recognize it. I mean, it does seem pretty Nissan, but, you know, it's not super fancy like the GTRs, because this is a GTS 25 GT, so it's the sort of like the higher end of the mid-range. So it is rear-wheel drive. We've got the 2.5 turbo, so RB25 DET, and nothing too crazy. For those of you guys looking for some horsepower, this has plenty. And as you've probably heard in a lot of my other videos, if you've been here a while, the RB20 and 25 are really respectable engines, higher revving, or just pretty rev happy in general. As you can hear, sounds really good. This has opened up a little bit. We've got an intake and exhaust. We also have a Blitz intercooler, so I'll be able to show you guys that in a little bit. But in the way of tuning, it's pretty regular, just a little bit better than stock. However, the exterior is where things get a little interesting. So interior, well, we've got the regular dash here. This one is a little bit of repair from the previous owner. I think they might have had like some wires or gauges or something. But yeah, that's just a little patch right there. We have the OEM steering wheel, and we have a Carlos area audio deck here. I'm not sure if the speakers are upgraded. I believe they are OEM. It wasn't too crazy on the sound. It was perfectly fine. I was using the aux cable actually during the delivery just to get a little bit of music on the way. But overall, I mean, it's just fair OEM audio. The interior, though, the carpets are fine. No sagging overhead. And, well, the difference that I do want to mention is between the GTSs and the GTRs, the seat that I'm sitting in here, it holds, it's fine. It's a little bit softer, not as decked out as the semi-bucket seats that you'll get in the GTR here. Oh, sorry, this guy's turning, so I'm just watching him. But yeah, let's see here. Just to get a little revving action. And as you guys can hear, sounds really good. It's one of the things I do like about the RB25s is a little beefier sound than the RB20. It revs really nicely. And so yeah, interior is still original for the most part. And the exterior, though, is definitely where things get fancy, so I'll be able to give you guys the walk around there. But got this nice Bayside blue. We do have the rear over fenders for the GTR, so it gives it a little wider body like the GTR. And we do have like the front bumper and stuff from the GTR and the Z-Tune style fenders on here. So overall, like, they gave the exterior a bit of a facelift by making it more like the GTR. We also have Volk rays, and I believe they're Momo tires, so a bit more premium on the rubber there. Very nice. And with the coilover suspension, they kind of balanced it out really well with this one. It's a pretty good road feel, but it's not too harsh. Well, here we are with the interior, and I'm just going to show the dash real quick. Yeah, no cracks on the top area. And there's just this patch right here for a little bit of a hole there, or just kind of like where they put some adhesive for probably a gauge, or some people put their like GPS or phone holders and stuff. So that should be easy to fix. And we've got this, as I mentioned earlier, about the interiors being pretty normal here. And you can see the carpets, good shape there. And I've got this good old audio deck, Carlos area, you know, nothing crazy there. And well, let me go grab the key here real quick and show you guys the mileage. And so you can see how this gauge cluster differs from the GTRs. And there we go, 39,000. As far as I understand, it is original. So this was definitely not driven like crazy. And interestingly enough, it does have the slightly better headlights. So for a lot of JDM cars in the city, you can actually turn it down and then turn it back up to normal direction, so that you basically you're not blinding other drivers. So very interesting features in some of the JDM cars. Not all of them have it, but plenty do. Alrighty, and then we've got this good old OEM steering wheel. As you can see, this is what it would look like if you were sitting here. Well, yeah, I know. And this, you can see the carpeting's pretty good here. Standard pedals, nothing crazy. And this pretty regular seat there. Like I said, the difference between the GTRs and GTSs, as you can even see here in the back, it's pretty plain, but it's comfortable. Just as much room as the GTRs though, so that's one of the downsides of the coupes. Oops, here we go. I'll just give you guys a quick overview of what we're looking at here. Boom. And so yes, it is a beautiful Bayside blue, but there is a important thing to note about it, that it's not originally Bayside blue. It's EV1, which I'll show you the plate later with the code, which is yellow. So they changed it. Actually, I'll show you the trunk before we get into the engine bay. Yeah, so this one, you can see a bit more room. And there it is, you can kind of see the yellow, the original. So yeah, but this is where the battery goes on the GTRs, but on the GTS, it's in the front. You can also see here we got the tools. Plenty of room though. But as I mentioned before, this is a 25T, so it's still a GTS, but they put GTR stuff on it for that styling that's so desired. You can see the exhaust here. Not sure of the brand, it is an aftermarket one. It's kind of N1 style or HKS style. A lot of brands have that. So very good straight through design. And as you can see, we got genuine Volks rays here. And Momo rubber that meets the road. Definitely good grip. And I'll go pop the hood here in a second so we can look underneath. We can also see the coilovers. Alright, well, one thing to note though, that this is a steel hood, not the lighter carbon fiber one, so just give me a second while I prop this up. Alrighty, and as you can see, we actually have a battery up here, which, you know, other models don't have, especially the GTRs we usually show. And you can see it is yellow on all around, as the original color is EV1 right there. So that's your color code if you wanted the original, but right now we've got Bayside Blue on it. There's the chassis code right there. So it is a little bit mismatched, however, not really much to worry about since it's in decent shape there, just a little bit dirtied, but it's not like cracked or peeling or worn out. We do have this intake, and that's why you can actually hear it spooling a bit more. And being the 2.5, you can see we've got the turbo shielding there. And we actually do have a intercooler up front, which, by the way, it is Blitz. As you can see, Blitz. So it's got a decent volume through there. And so, as you might be able to see, the piping does go underneath there. So this is designed for the GTSTs. So as you can see, from the turbo, goes up and around, down through here to the intercooler, through there, back around, which you can kind of see. So you see the two different pipes, comes back up and over into the intake plenum, and boom, get your horsepower. And we do have the throttle right here on top of the engine, so whenever you get that blow off valve and the wastegate sound, it's right there. So it's all actuated there. It's mostly stock. So we do have a Coil Radiator here, so Coil Rad right there. And it's had plenty of other service over the years, but I'm not sure how much records that we have. You can check with our sales team on that, but did pretty well on the upkeep, so pretty nice overall. Definitely runs real smooth, and I think with a couple of these parts they could probably tune it a little bit more and get some more horsepower, but it just feels pretty OEM though. Just no crazy power levels or anything like that. But yeah, the RB25. Oh yeah, one other thing to mention is the wing. It's more of the GTR style here with that carbon fiber. So it's kind of like the Nürburgring editions, which is pretty cool. So if you guys are wondering about that, that's why it looks a bit different from the normal 25 GTs. Well, there you have it, folks. Another fine R34 coming through here, but this time the 25 GT. Definitely one of my first experiences with them. I see them all the time, and I was thinking about picking one up before because didn't quite want a GTR. Definitely wanted something more rear-wheel drive to have some fun up in the mountains or whenever I hit like Ebisu Circuit or something. But hey, the prices have gone up pretty significantly since I looked at them years ago, and definitely quite sought after. And of course, as you can see with this one, they added a lot of GTR parts to it to give it that look that everybody really loves with the GTRs. Definitely more aggressive, and but it sits really well. Good stance on this one, as you can see with the fenders and everything. The Z-Tune fenders in the front and the wide body in the back looks really awesome. And as you can tell, the previous owner really liked that Bayside Blue, which I know a lot of you are fans of. So as always, if you're looking for more information about this or any other vehicles, contact our sales team, info@jdm-expo.com. Just drop them a message, and if you're wondering more about the process about importing into your country, they can help you out with that as well. And if you DM on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, that all goes to them as well, and they can get back to you in about 24 hours. So as always, guys, thanks for stopping by. And it's definitely getting a little bit cooler here. We've had a couple of showers throughout the day, so definitely I was glad it cleared up so I can finish up this video and let you guys know about this car. And I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys take care.